Oh.
Speak.
Hello.
Chat, we're selling stuff left and right. Improved the build a little bit. I'm playing this offline. Because my rage mode will be kicking in so bad. I think we got it.
What is it?
Swindled a lot of people though. Oh, yo, man, I only got 5 divs, man. Spare me. What's up, man?
Trying to mess with this new build I'm messing with.
Yes.
Kind of funky. When I have all my charges going, when I've got like 3 power, 3 endurance, and 3 frenzy rotating around me at the same time, dude, I'm sitting sustained like almost 120,000 DPS, dude, on just my my lightning spear, and that's using forked. Without fork or using my other one, my helix. I am. Wow.
How can I help?
Holy moly. I'm a lot.
Right now, man, I'm saving all my divvies for Astromentis again. Down of the hunt.
Astromentis. Astromentis.
Hello.
What's your DPS looking like?
I was just telling you.
What was it again?
So,
Tired.
right now, as I am, if I'm not rotating and doing nothing, I'm at 69,000, 70,000. But without my new stuff that I'm trying to think around with, I just go back the old way. Once I get, I chew up 1 frenzy orb. Once I chew one of those up, then I'm at like 130,000, like little over 130,000 DPS. But if I could figure this thing out that I'm doing right here and get this incorporated with my new build, then I'll be pushing 250,000. So that should put me at like easily, like maybe 2 or 3 million. You know.
How do you calculate
DPS
that?
in your head. See, now look, right now I wish you could see this, dude. what I'm dealing with right now. So I've got this thing working, but it's a little slow. So by the time it starts peaking out, all the buffs fall off and then pick back up. So I'm lobing almost like an old, like a V8, whoop, 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 like that, right?
Think you'd be able
Wanna
to
check it
use
out?
that? Use that?
Yeah, if I can. Figure this out.
Are you in your hideout?
Mm-hmm.
See if you can use this. Got this for
Let me
like
share my
20
screen.
exalt.
What are you doing? I don't want it. I got a whole bunch of these already, dude. I'm good. Yeah, I appreciate it, though. Thank you. Am I in my own... Is it my hideout? Oh, it is my hideout. All right. I was down there in the flats. All right, so check this out. Hold on, let me fill up my charms first. So the number one thing I notice is there's a way for me to be able to get my charms to where when they proc, they don't actually use up the charge, right? On my charms. So, but I should be able to recharge them as I'm killing, so I'm going to try this out real quick. But look, so this thing, when it runs, it charges up my rage, right?
Right.
One of my rages. And then I'm going to be incorporating... We'll just put over close combat for now. So we'll put that over there and we'll be able to generate even more rage, 3 per swing, right? Oh, damn it. So every time my rage builds up over 30, 36, I think it is, it procs all, it procs this. Ooh, right here, infuse weapon. And you'll see it. See that I'm infusing? Cold, and there's endurance charge, power charge, rage. Oh, look, fire infusion. See how it's by sitting inside this? And then, look, oh, wait. That's super slow right now. So I can move this and keep my frenzy charges and stuff up.
Okay.
But now look, so when I use this, now look, I'm using my charges, my charms. I mean, they're proccing right now in the bottom left-hand corner.
Huh.
And my DPS goes, it just soars when I'm sitting in this thing. Watch, I'll just sit in this. Oh, let me come back.
Right. Yeah, but what happens when you
And so what's supposed to happen is when it rotates and goes back and restarts charging, I'm supposed to have a whole bunch of things procced and plus my charms and stuff. So my charms are what's really important, right? So if I get hit on this, this is what grants up to your max rage. So if I get hit by fire, I get max rage. Tink. And then when I get max rage, I also procs my infusion. Tink, tink, tink. Right? And plus it also gives me frenzy orb. This one gives me frenzy orbs. This one gives me power charges, right?
Oh, do you
That's
want to
pretty
know
cool.
how to activate those other two? Did you set your passive tree to it?
What?
Yeah. There's a way for that. Oh, you already got it. Never mind. See where that blue orb is right there, right next to your crit, on the top of your screen right as of right now. To the left. Down one. That rainbow color right there. Off to the right. Yeah. See that?
Yeah, I don't like this.
It gives you
just
a
because
random
I have
element.
to incorporate. I know, but I have to incorporate. Yeah, and that random element, what that does.
Right, which will proc your lightning one, your lightning charm, and your frost one.
That it does fire. See, if it hits fire, then it does a full rage, right?
Right. Which that right there is, I mean, that node right there is like pretty crucial.
But it does
Cause
so it does damage to me. So when it does damage to me, which is this right here. No. Oh no. So when it damages me, that's it. I take damage this way. So like fire damage, lightning damage, cold damage. But this is what
right. That's what gives
changes,
you your
right?
charges. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's random.
Right. So I don't know, man. I tried that build once. I didn't like it because you had to sit there and you had to build those charges up.
Well, that's the thing is I technically don't have to even build these charges up.
Oh.
What I'm trying to figure out to do is get these orbs incorporated in the current build I have now. You know what I mean? See, watch. So if I turn this off, switch. So check this is what I got going right now. See, I just switched my weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
So when you're gonna like this. So my my lightning spear, I use when I hit my lightning spear, it switches automatically over to this because now I got two of the same shields.
Right.
Right. So it automatically switches over. So I do that one, and then when I use my primal strike, it automatically switches over to that. And same with my like. So this is my range.
Right.
Switch that, and then I can jump, and it switches to that, and then. But yeah, I'm 65,000 on that one, and then if I turn this one on, there we go. I'm at 84, almost 85.
Huh.
With my lightning spear.
Right. And is that without? That's without the altitude charges too, right?
Yeah, this is without charges. I'm not running any charges right now.
What's the stats on that spear?
This one? It's the same one I've been running. The one I built. And then we just got this chintzy thing. But again, we know what makes this one valuable. It could save 40,000, but if it double procs, and then plus I get a lucky, if I get 2 double crits, then I get a lucky strike, then I'm hitting like, fuck.
Okay, try this spear.
Let's see, I'm at 433,000 critical damage bonus, so that puts me well over 100,000 on crit. What?
Try this one. It's not corrupted yet, so it's probably not going to do you any good since it doesn't have accuracy on it, but you can put accuracy on it. You're based off of accuracy, aren't you?
Oh, I lose over 20. Oh, wait. I lose 20,000 on that.
Yeah. It's worth a shot. I don't even know what it has in it for the socket either.
Nothing. Oh. Martial weapon, 25% increased physical damage. Yeah, so if I put like one of these accuracy rating ones in it, it'll jump up, but not no 20,000. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's weird. My forked spear gives me just as much DPS as that one you got me.
Yeah, but your fork speed is going to be better though. Remember double crits.
Mm-hmm. Man, I sure wish I had that 130% increased physical damage though on that. If I had that increased physical damage on this spear of mine,
well,
this thing would be.
Try to corrupt that one. Cause you get accuracy in that one, right? Yeah. If you want to, you can try to corrupt the other one and see if you can get a second socket.
I got 655 accuracy on this weapon. In total.
Oh
What do you mean?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
already
That's
corrupted.
that's what you're talking about. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, because that one's built
This
for
thing's-
accuracy. That one, the other one's not. It's built for crit.
Yeah, this one's the crit one. And that's why I'm only using it though for lightning spear, because my lightning spear is kind of like my main map clear, right? Get out of
Right.
here, clear the map. But then when I get to the boss, it's like I still use the lightning spear because when I crit, it also when you hit with a crit, it it shocks them and hits them with electrocute, and I need that electrocute for my primal strike because the primal strike's kind of useless unless they're electrocuted. Because once they're electrocuted,
Yeah.
then it's like sayonara.
I really don't like the primal strike because of that. You have to swap between the two. Yeah, electric. You got lightning spear, primal strike, lightning spear, primal strike. Unless you do orb storms or storm lance. Storm lance will execute. I'm pretty sure, right?
Well, this is still my first build with this character. I'm just kind of like trying to grow off of what I've already built. Just kind of branching out there, seeing what's.
I'm just giving you
going on.
ideas. That's how.
No, I appreciate it. I'm not.
Stormlands, I'm pretty
I'm not.
sure electric.
I'm not offended by your ideals. I'm offended by your smell.
Ooh, bro got jokes. Get my marriage license tomorrow.
That's funny. Oh, are you serious?
Yeah. The final day has come.
Well, I can't give you a 21 gun salute, but I can give you a 22-inch gun salute. Yeah, all day long. It's me and my pythons.
All right. I'm gonna go try having some breach boss since I updated this.
And dude, look, I'm stacked, dude. I finally got my resist. This all 75. Okay, this is at 70. My
Man, it's so
evasion. When, especially if I roll, my evasion goes up at 90%,
Yeah.
and I still get popped, dude. I
Yeah.
didn't. I got popped by something that wasn't even on the screen, dude. There was no mobs on the screen. I was just like, do, went. Oh, what the?
Yeah,
What was
I
that?
don't
Lag?
understand
Was that
it,
lag?
man. The crit hit, dude, is ridiculous. These mobs, bro. Like,
Well, I'm also supposed to have this mitigation for crit, right? I'm supposed to ignore 50% of critical damage taken, you know, and that's a lie.
Right, right.
I'm also thinking though, it might be the fact that I have only like 15 to 1600 HP at any given time.
Yeah, well, it's not that, man. It's just the game mechanics at the moment is all jacked. It's jacked up so bad. You know what I mean? I think I'm gonna save up for that life flask, though. It'll be a good one. Orloff's life flask. I think that'd be a good life flask to get since it instantly heals you.
I've been experimenting with all kinds of different gyms and stuff too.
Right.
Thinking around.
Hey, did you know you can make your tab? You know, you see how you have those catalysts right there in your stash tab. You can make a tab specifically for breach stuff. By the way, to where you can just sit there and hold control, and it goes right to that tab. They just added that. I don't know if you knew that, so they didn't have to take it for stash tab bottoms.
Sorry, you're gonna have to say it again. I was stuck in thought. So what about I can push what on my tab and do what?
You can make one of your tabs where it's breach stuff only. Where you know how you hit control and it goes right into your your currency goes in your currency tab and stuff. You can do the same thing for breach zones. What you do is that's your currency one. It's right tab.
Like this? These things?
Yep. See where it says
no.
breach?
Yeah, no.
Yep.
But if I do that, like, see if I go here,
It means you need to buy more
Yeah,
tabs, bro.
because I keep all my my stuff here in my
Yeah.
breach stones. This. Can't do that here. What I'd like to know is how come they don't have tabs specifically for this shit yet.
Yeah.
Like this,
Oh,
this,
you can do that.
this. With the artifacts?
Yeah, the annulments. Just right click on the tab. No, not over there.
Oh
On
crap.
top.
Hold up. Shit.
Want to drag? Click on that breach one. You don't have to do that, man.
Yeah, I gotta keep it in order.
I know, but you can drag the
Both.
tab at the top and move it to where you want in your list.
Oh. Don't pop my bubble.
So click on
I
that
like
one
it.
that
I
you
like
wanted. Oh, what was the one you wanted?
Um,
The almonds and talismans. You can right click. You see where it says rituals? It puts all the ritual stuff in one tab. They say they're gonna come out with its own stash tabs and stuff for this stuff, but they're just making it to where this is just like their precursor fix at the moment.
we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
that's what I said. Yeah, because you that socketable one, affinity, it'll put all your soul cores and your runes in one tab. All the stuff that can be socketed.
The market got away from me. Yep. Dropped out from underneath me.
Dude, I stopped playing that market.
Dang it.
I was getting shafted. Where in the world is my breach stone I just bought?
Excuse me.
Oh my gosh.
Be waiting. Time after time. Time after time. Alright, well. Let's see if I can get back into this market here. So
Well, the crazy thing is I bought something. It's no longer present.
shit.
Rude.
Second hand unwind.
Chat, did I buy that? Did I not?
Hello.
Alright.
I did. I don't know where it went.
Alright. Taking a bit of a hit. But that's alright. That's only... I'm losing only 20 exalt on one of today's trades. That's the first loss I've taken for like 3 days.
Never thought
No.
leaving home would one day lead me
Take
to
it.
another realm.
But we're going to get back into this trade. So we are currently at highs of 13.8 on the buy. Lows at 13.3 on the sell. Alright. That's what I need. I need my 5th freaking Gym slot. Oh my gosh. 230 exalt for it. Highway robbery.
I know, it's 2 divs. For a perfect freaking jeweler's orb. Oh no, you don't. You ain't get me today, Bobby.
It's actually to buy. It's cheaper to buy 37 chaos orbs.
Stop running into stuff.
So if you buy exalt, 37 chaos orbs for 212 exalt, you can turn around and then get a perfect jeweler orb for 37 chaos orb. But if you use, so that's 212 exalt, but if you just buy it with plain old exalt, it comes out to 230 exalt to buy it, which is, so you save like 20 exalt almost by exchanging it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
We that dreamed. We in nightmare.
Stop.
We that are one.
That's 140. 140. That'd put me at 280. Well, why these are selling? I'll just make some money real quick.
At the veil of existence. Run. Pandemonium. We welcome you into our embrace.
I still can't one tap this guy.
We that dreamed. We in nightmare. We that are one. We tire.
Wow.
Will come.
Suck.
A long way from home.
Well, can't take on the breach boss at all. That's reassuring.
Speak.
What magnify effect doesn't do crap for Wind Dancer? What the hell is this?
The challenger returns. How far can you go, I wonder? One cannot outrun time.
Be waiting.
Your challenge awaits. Prove yourself.
Take this.
Oh, wipe that smile. The flora overwhelms. Hold your ground, if you can.
All right. Had to put my dumb cats up, or dogs. Had to put them outside. They were annoying me. Ugh.
Straight through the art.
What the fudge? Whoa. Oh yeah, I was gonna try that real quick. I played around with this thing. What was it called? Trinity or something earlier. Yeah, it's called Trinity. Become attuned to all elements, and you know, I couldn't really figure this one out. It didn't work too well with me. It didn't click, you know.
Yeah.
But there is one that will click, but I have to raise my intelligence up by like a lot. I think it's like 60 points or 70 points. So I'll have to redo all my gear. But if I can get cast on crit and then build that around what's it called? Sniper's mark, have that in on it as well. It will generate my combat frenzies to constantly be up, right? In battle. I won't actually have to sit there and like worry about generating them. And also, I was thinking about going a little ham, just a little ham, you know. And I get rid of this thing. There, get rid of that. I'm thinking about putting more frenzy marks in here. And then we got a power one right here. That's +2 to power. That one's +1 to power. So there's +3 to power already. And then there's +1 to frenzy. Here's another one to frenzy. So that's +2 to frenzy already. And also my helmet's already got a +1 to maximum power. What's I got here?
This is just the beginning. Coagulated masses befall you.
Let's go try it. First we need to get some oh, I'm out of talismans.
Don't fall behind.
Straight through the art.
I need to watch some videos on crafting, man. That's what I need to do.
Do the do.
That was almost a challenge. Oh, come in handy.
Oh, here we go.
Problem I'm running into, man, I get hit like 2 or 3 times, I'm automatically dead.
We're back on the chain gang. Ooh. Let's see if we can pick these up. $10 omens for 35 exalt. Stupid chain gang song. Get out of my head. Well, why wait for that stuff? Let's go play with this new build.
This is just the beginning. They covered you, bleeding and infected.
Dude, I swore I just heard the Halo theme music in the game.
Oh, yeah?
Alright, so, dude, this is such a fatty ring, dude.
It is.
I built that one myself.
This beast yearns for
Lightning
your blood.
strikes twice.
It's got fat evasion, fat accuracy, fat lightning damage, cold
Alright,
damage.
bounty.
It's missing a little bit of physical damage. But it's got fat dexterity, fat intellect.
Impressive. Norman, unrelenting and unyielding determination.
All right, so we need to get rid of that.
Everything.
Wait. My electrotherapy. Oh, what? Oh, I got the wrong one, dude. The glove I got says once it reach my rage, it wipes it out and gives me 2 random charges, but there's a max of 3 charges. I only got one that's got 2 charges on it. I gotta go buy a new pair of gloves. Damn it. Luckily, they're only like 10 exalt. Right.
A baddie with a fatty.
Here we go.
Could hardly call that a challenge. Mortality seeks you in kind.
Yeah. Booyaka, booyaka.
I actually do this
Powering
trial
you
chaos a lot
requires
better.
souls.
Part of the storm.
Sad that every single player uses a spear. Right. It's sad. Right now, that is the only meta that GGG has gave you, bro. Blame GGG.
I do.
Bloody fossil.
I don't care if it's 64% armor. I don't even use armor. Oh, fudge. Excuse me. Okay. Back on the chain gang. Let's see. I'll buy this one off this guy. Place this one because it's got a lousy three charges, reaching maximum. Through that.
Bit off more than you could chew.
I should have just got whacked the hell back. I can't believe that. There's something going on here.
Dude, I don't understand why these idiots post stuff for sale and just don't even answer. And the dude's been sitting there for like 5 hours trying to sell this thing. Eat a jerky stick. His name's Robohead, so can't be an Asian gold farmer. Let's go. Come on. Hit me up. Hit me up.
Oh,
Like here.
this is sad. Every single player uses a spear lighting build for 80 clear on every single class. There's no alt option, which is fun and effective. Yeah, I've been seeing people play with ballista, ballista grenade, but I mean, if you want your computer to crash, like the fireball furnace, and by all means, raging spirits. It's all you, man. Saying, bro.
What is it?
New day dawns.
It has to be. I'm having a problem. Chat. Every time I crit, I am. This. This is the deviate the cost of your mana. That's also dangerous. I guess what we could do is swap these divines for exalt. Exalt divine.
I wouldn't, because divine prices have been slowly creeping, so the divines are going to be worth more than the exalts eventually.
Yeah, but kind of need some exalts.
It's you make more money sitting on divines than you do sitting on exalts. I've noticed.
Only got 25 exalts. I need 3 orbs. There we go.
Maybe we'll try running it like that, just for a second. You know all right, here we go.
Go well.
Oh, the dude even told me to go well. Nicely done.
It's a trap.
I know these NPCs are becoming aware, dude.
The AI is growing.
Watches me while I sleep. It won't let me turn off my computer. Let's just do an easy one. Let's find. Here we go. Do this little guy here.
Pretty sure this map I chose was supposed to be increased rares, but I am not seeing it.
The thrill of the hunt. That was almost a challenge.
Oh, my Alva's selling. What? Wait, don't go in yet. Ooh. Ooh, a piece of candy. Damn it.
Ah, you sensed it too, did you? The spirit is near. Good eye. Let's run this whiff down. finish this. Strike before it slips away.
Crap.
Gotta pick up the pace. Strike before it
A
slips away.
clean kill.
Gosh, oh my gosh. There's more. Why does it keep respawning?
Before it slips away. Gotta pick up the pace. Don't lose focus.
Bro, I don't know what's going on. No wonder he said to do the wisp thing. He's 100% correct on that. This wisp just did like 4 bosses. One wisp.
Bring it on. Straight through the air.
That was crazy. Should have clipped to that chat.
Almost there. Don't give up now. We're wearing it down. Don't let up. The spirit calls.
Can't bet the double as is.
Almost there. Don't give up now. Reckon that were a whisper the land provides. Come
Chat,
on
look
now.
at all
Let's
this
end
yellow.
this.
Look at all this yellow on the ground. Jeez.
What is it?
Buy or sell. Anything else that I accidentally picked up? Oh, I found a boot. I found the boots. Found the boots. Nice. Ooh.
Dude, I just learned something while I was sitting on the toilet. Oh,
Yeah.
Jeremy. So
Say.
did you know that you're actually able, when you craft, you can actually choose individual modifiers and re-roll those? What the hell? I gotta go look at the little purple thing. Let's see. What are those things they're using? These things. It's an omen of some sort. Oh, omen of whittling. While this item is active in your inventory, your next chaos orb will remove the lowest level modifier. Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't work all the time. I wasted a whole bunch of assaults on that, by the way.
Only suffix modifiers. Only prefix modifiers. So the omen of whittling, that's really what. Oh, wow.
I wonder how much this thing goes for.
Okay. Interesting. We'll double check this.
Hello there. How can I help?
Bullshit. This is how you whittle an item. So what happens if you re-roll this thing and you use this and it accidentally out, even though it's not what you want, but it outrolls the next, you know, in line to the bottom, and then now you can't remove it because I can see how this could almost backfire. But it gives you better chance than just randomly fucking, you know, slamming exalts. Is he gonna get it? Oh, you only got 15 decks. Dang it. So he's got chaos and fire resist on here at 35 or 29. Oh, and he just nailed it, dude. He just nailed lightning at 29. So you got fire, lightning, and chaos. Plus 251 evasion, and with a 100% increase to evasion with 52 speared on this chest piece. Dude, it's sitting decked at 2300 evasion rating on its base.
That's freaking insane.
Don't give it a chance to recover.
That's a freaking 300 div item there. Holy moly.
Right?
So that's how you do it. How much are
Yeah.
these whittles?
Like 100 plus assault.
Oh my gosh. 357 exalt a piece.
Yep. 3 divines, bro. Not even worth it, in my opinion.
Nope. I rather use the recombobulator and these what are these other things we're dealing with? The fracturing buttholes or orbs, fracturing orbs. So if you fracture both pieces, both gears, right, both items before you put it in your discombobulator, recombobulator, it makes it to where one of those stats will stay permanently, but it gives you 100% chance to pick a couple modifiers. It's interesting. Wonder how much those cost. Fractured butthole. Here we go. Woo! Oh wait. So 1 for 37 exalt. That's not too bad. I'd rather go farm them though.
Yes.
Oh, you gotta have 28 of these.
Hey,
28 of what?
Try to use this combobulator crap or whatever it's called.
I like this discombobulator thingy. So not 100% sure how to work it yet, you know, but I kind of understand it. I understand it enough. Did I just throw that beer can in the sink? No, wait, no, okay. No, I threw it in the beer can. I did some spring cleaning and like cleaned my house from top to bottom, dude. Like, I'm trying to keep it clean.
The hell was that?
It's you. Ah. Fucking hell. Oh, you're too funny, dude.
Ah.
I forgot about that crazy bird. Alright. We're gonna run this, see how well the survivability is. Probably not well at all.
Wow.
I got a
Bobbly
farm.
bullshit freaking failed me. Didn't even give me none. Waste.
Yeah, I must farm. I must grind and farm.
The spirit
That way I can
hand bent double as
I
is.
can replace my gear again.
A home away from home.
Go on.
Excuse me. Let's see. So thorns would be the one I'd be trying to remove there, which is a prefix, so I could be going for like all kinds of stuff. That is so cool. Waka waka waka. I swear.
By the moon and the stars and a line.
Hey,
I swear.
By the shadow that's by your side, I'll be there. For better or worse. Come on, dude. Oh, crap.
I
Oh.
don't remember the rest.
Till death do us part.
Till death
I love
do
you
us
with-
part.
I love you with every beat of my heart, because I swear.
I swear.
did I just exit my game again?
Alright, man. I don't know what to put on these boots.
Made for walking?
Well, I got these boots that that does shock on the ground.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that would count for crit as well.
No, but it does count for shock and electrocute, which if you can get that going, then you could use that to generate your frenzy orbs. Just another way of generating frenzy orbs, I mean. I saw those boots. Those boots were an option for this build for this orb monster I'm trying to build. Could you imagine that, dude? You can have up to I think it was like 12 or 13 frenzy orbs, and then you can have 9 power and 9 endurance orbs going all at once as well, if I can get this thing set up right. So that means I'm pretty much stacking charges, and those charges in turn, you know, puts out. If I can get it going, then I can put those other boots on, which gives me 5% movement speed per frenzy orb I have up. Could you imagine having like 12 or 13 orbs up with a 5% per orb? Dude. Be sitting almost like 60% freaking movement speed. Thinking that dude like hacked the system, or he put in some digital meth or something. He's fucking cruising.
These boots are made for walking. That's just what they'll do. These boots are made for walking all over. Alright, let's see if these boots actually work. Shock, shock, shock.
One of these days,
Bam.
these boots are gonna walk all over you. Boom, boom. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna smoke all over this. I'm gonna lick all over this tip of this bong. Oh, wait.
You know, I am live streaming, right?
Oh?
We're not talking about drugs.
No. I never once said the D word. Das Boot. Cannibalism.
Reckon I've enough stuff for that one.
Just one tap this dude with the watcha, watcha, watcha primal strike. Primal strike's hitting 185,000. And I got this angry fluff. Did someone say fluffy? Bro, there's only one fluffy. That's me. Fluffy Peanut. You need to change your name. Just saying. Go on. These boots ain't bad. Do you want these boots? I corrupted them and it bricked. When you're done. When you're done.
Hurl your spear with force. Consumes a frenzy charge, if you have one, to cause the spear to explode at the end of its flight. Explosion. What's it say? 880% attack damage. Explosion radius, 2 meters. Ooh, what if we throw a magnified effect on that? Still says 880%, 2 meters. The hell? Magnified effect ain't doing nothing, dude.
I know. I know.
What's going on here?
Magnify
Plus
these
increase.
nuts.
You said it, not me.
I just made it funny.
Well, we're just gonna do that then. Sucks I lost my +2 to a melee strike.
Hey, do you have these boots or no? want them?
Yeah, I've already got a pair.
Okay.
I've got all kinds of actually decent
So do
relics somehow, uniques. Support skill deals 25% more physical damage, but no chaos damage and
Check.
no elemental damage.
Check this charm out, bro. I wonder if you'll trade.
Lenicia's Golden Charm of Brewer. It's got okay. Used when you kill a rare. Okay, 31% increase. What's it do? Rarity item. What's it do? It just says 31% increased duration, but what duration?
Rarity drop.
Oh. Alright.
Just in case you want a little bit more rarity.
Hello there.
Chat, I feel like we're gonna need some exalts.
I just gotta go farm, I guess.
Hey.
Currency exchange.
Darkness enshrouds these endless chasms. Chasms.
Come on!
Man, it looked like Jesse Pinkman bit up in this place. The hell?
Fuck me.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Who brought a freaking chemist lab into my cave? Get out of here. I like what I did to my cave, dude. It feels more homely. Got like a whole forest I've been working on, dude. I'm gonna stretch this forest out all the way down here. I'm gonna make it all forestry, and I'm gonna come down here. I'm gonna make a big giant picnic table and thing where we like I can lounge around and have picnics by myself. Well, I got Danig and Gwyn and Alva, Rog, Tujin, Doriani, Ketsuli, and Atuli. Atulu.
Lost face.
Atsawatu. Atsawatu. Did you know that name derives from the old ancient Atlanteans?
Does it? Did you see this off of a movie?
Huh? No,
I feel like you've seen
out of
this
their
off.
history books. No, it came out of their old ancient history and stories that they passed down. They got a story in the Aztecans or the Mayans. I can't remember. I get those two mixed up, but they have a story of how an ancient, or not an ancient, but an advanced civilization had collapsed, and they were spread to all four corners of the world. Right, their landmass sunk, and so they fled on boats, and they were referred to as the people of the sea. Right, and some of them went to Egypt, some of them went to South America, and they spread out. And so throughout the world, you have words that descend from the common word of Atsuwatu. So you got a whole bunch of like Mayan royalty that's also named Atsuwatu, Akalan, Ata or whatever. It all comes from the Atlantean word Atsuwatu.
Story.
Isn't that crazy?
All right.
And the Mayans aren't the only ones to have this story. The story is also shared between the Turkish, the like ancient Turkish, and the ancient Egyptians, got stories and cuneiform writing and all kinds of stuff on it, dude. It's pretty crazy. They said how the story they tell talks about a
girl.
No, it talks about a people who were just in shambles and in ruins and looking for a new place to call home. And when they showed up, they thought they were just like street rat, right? They thought they were just like, because they looked really bad. But it turned out that they were extremely intelligent, like beyond anything they've ever seen. They could create machines, like in the middle of the, not machines, but they could create mechanisms and come up with stuff like right there in the middle of the streets, you know, as they're looking like beggars and stuff. And they like had this advanced knowledge somehow. And and so that's how they kind of survived, is by using that ancient knowledge that they brought from their sunken city, supposedly, and helped them sow themselves into to another society. They even talk about how back in the day the planet was actually, you know, globally connected all around the world, just like we are today in modern times. How we're connected to all four corners of the earth, right? We can travel. They say back in those days they were too. They don't know how, but they said they were because, well, if you look all around the planet, isn't it kind of strange how everybody has pyramids? Everybody's got a step pyramid, or everybody's got, you know, this what do they call it? It's some kind of stonework, masonry. How they build those walls, right? Those ancient walls that look like they're just, you know, put together like a puzzle. Damn it! What are those? Anyway, kind of funny how it's a worldwide thing, but yet we didn't have the technology to be able to spread, you know, knowledge like that around the world. Yet it somehow exists all around the world. What were we, psychic? Did they fly on messenger pigeons or something? Oh, megalithic walls. Megalithic. That's what I'm talking about. Megalithic. China's got them. The Middle East definitely has them, like Mesopotamia, Iraq, Iran, Turkey. South America's got them. Hell, even America's got them, dude. These megalithic walls. They're like pre-diluvian flood walls. They're like pre-flood walls. You know what, man? I don't think we're looking for the aliens. I think we are the aliens. How come we're the only thing on this planet that gets sunburned? Right? How come we're the only thing on this planet that seems to get its butt kicked by the smallest viruses? I mean, other than birds. But I think birds are dealing with a human-made thing. Bird flu, you know.
I get it.
But you think,
A lot of questions.
think about it. Yeah, so many questions. Like, why is the moon hollow? Like, is that our spaceship? Was that what we came here on? Totally. Was that our planet that died and we just, like, totally, like, you know, geoformed it into a spaceship? That's why it's so weird. We need to go on Joe Rogan and talk about this.
Right. Ask him about dragons.
What? The only dragon that dude knows about is Puff the Magic Dragon.
Right.
How come our moon is the only one out of every moon we've ever seen at this point? How come it's the only one that fits its description? It is a quarter size of our planet. It lines up perfectly somehow between the moon and the sun and blots out the sun, you know, perfectly.
It's called gravity.
Well, we have the largest moon in any solar system that we've discovered yet, dude. And we've discovered thousands of them.
Our moon?
Mm-hmm. We have a very unique, distinct moon for some reason.
Saturn had a bigger moons than ours.
Not comparable to the planet size. We have a moon that is a quarter the size of our planet. No other planet out there has a moon a quarter of the size of itself, you know, that we've
Pretty sure
discovered
it
yet.
does.
Nope, I promise you. I swear. It's the strangest thing. Even I find it odd to hear that, but our moon is the only moon we have found in any observable solar system or universe that is the way it is. We've never found another moon that is a quarter of the size of the planet that it orbits around, especially in a or geolocked orbit the way it is. You know what I mean? How it faces, only one side faces the Earth the whole time. How it's locked like that.
Yeah.
A lot of weird things about our moon. That's why it's so intriguing, though, dude. It's like our moon, our little moon that we have in our backyard here is one of a kind so far. We have yet to find one that fits, you know, fits the shoe.
Go on.
Yeah, there's plenty of moons out there, but none as big as ours.
Hello
Oh,
there.
compared to our planet. And did you know every year that goes by, the moon is slowly getting further away
Yes.
by over an inch a year? I know an inch doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, every inch is a lot, especially after a couple years. What about a couple million or billion
Well,
years?
not galaxy-wise. Doesn't.
Time is just a construct, man. I'm trying to be as out there as I can. Is it working?
Yeah.
That's what you need to have. You need to have like a weird segment where you go on a segue and you peel off. You're like, on in today's weird news, the moon is hollow. Neil Armstrong never stepped foot on it. Here's proof. Watch this video. It just turns into a YouTube ad anyway. Can you believe what you just saw? Cheez-Its are on sale for $3 a box. Back is cramping. Oh. Oh.
What is this? Viridian Wildwood?
Burning Wildwood. That's gonna be my stage name. Burning Wildwood.
No, Viridian. It's a unique spot. Doing it. Got 3 chances.
You can do it. I still got 2 breach stones. About to have a 3rd one, I think.
I don't even want to look at breach stones right now. Keep dying at a breach boss.
Lightning strikes twice.
This is so weird. First time I ever did this type of map.
It only feels weird at first. You'll get used to it though.
The thrill of the
Get ease into it. No pressure. Don't force it. Go with the flow. I got 4 points left in that. I haven't even gotten close to getting to the Arbiter. No siree diddly dee. Asmere spirits. Those are those blue, purple, and gold things, huh?
Yeah,
Those things are annoying. They don't even give you anything good, dude.
I know.
It's like, what the hell's the point of like possessing, you know,
Dude,
a rare
it's
mob?
one of those animal
Straight through the
ruin things. One of them apparently goes for a lot of money.
I feel like I'm still trying to get caught up to this game and all the changes they've done. Like I finally just got back to the end game. Nothing changed on in the campaign, if you ask me. I was like, yep, feels like the old same old campaign. Woo! And then I get to end game and I'm like, oh look, there's a giant hill to just grind on. There's no end in sight. Where am I going with this? And then I screwed up. Oh, I'm so mad about that. Screwed up one of my corrupted zones, trying to cleanse it. And it killed me with freaking 3 hit points left, dude. It had 3 hit points and one-shot me. Dude, if you got 3 hit points left on your life bar, man, you wore out. You ain't one hitting nothing.
Well, I just found out that in this unique, if you kill the boss on the map, which I didn't even know was a boss, it was rare, you can't go any further.
No, if you die on the boss, that's where I can kill the boss and go back and still clear everything up. Clean everything up. But if I die on that boss in res, then the whole map is wiped out except for that boss. The boss is... I'm like, what
Right, but no, this is on the special unique essence one. Not essence, but what's it called? The spear one. I literally killed the boss on it, and it turns around, and you can't do anything else.
I know I've been trying to do that. Like, I've been trying to clear out the whole map except for like 1 rare. I'll leave 1 rare on there, and I'll go back and
Yeah,
see
but
if
I
I
had
can
like 6
find the
rares
wisp.
left.
Yeah, but they disappear. They seem to despawn or something. I don't know what's going on with it. I haven't quite
6
figured it
rares.
out either, dude.
I mean, 6 rares left. I mean, on that unique map, and it just, I don't know, just tanks.
Dude, I wish we could duel.
Most
I'd
likely,
totally kick your butt.
I'll most likely come later. Yeah, only thing you gotta do is make sure you get the first shot off. We're instantly dead.
Like, just don't come. Don't come.
Right.
I'm gonna come. Okay. Let's see how this does. I got everything set up right. Oh, dude. Well, I've got plenty of killing power. Just avoid all the hammer blows. Yeah, hammer fist.
You're mine.
Oh my goodness, dude. I don't even have anything turned on or stacked up, dude. Wow. Dude, it just one-shots everything. I feel like I got a decent build. I just need to critique it and like start really poking at it a little bit more. Fine-tuning it.
No run, that's that.
Excuse me. All right, let's turn up the heat a little bit. Let's go with this. Wow.
A worthy foe.
But there's a way I can make this area effect bigger. Why is my whirling slash not big? I want it bigger. Radius on this thing. Rage regeneration granted within 3 meters of font. Okay.
Straight through the art. I'll take that.
Whirlwind radius is one. It says 1.8. All right.
Chad, it's not showing where the boss is.
So magnified effect did work. It only took it to from 1.7 to 1.9 meters. So kind of not worth it.
You're mine. Clean kill.
I'm about to punch this dude in his eye. I don't know what's wrong, but I don't like this guy. Is he looking at me like that? I don't know why, but that dude is fat. I think after like, what has it been? February, March, April. Oh, damn, dude. This game's only been out for 2 months.
Lightning strikes twice.
Came out in February, didn't it? This year?
Or
is it
January? I
November.
think.
Or January?
Or November. I'm not too sure.
Oh, no, this thing hasn't been out for very long. But I feel like I've put in some hours in this game, dude. Like
Same.
hours. I've got to be pushing too many hours.
Just picked up a spear with an accuracy rating of 542. I can still put 2 modifiers.
What's your accuracy?
542 on the spear. If you want to play around with it, you take it.
Oh, on your spear is 500. Okay. I thought that was your total. I'm like, ouch, dude. I think I'm sitting at like 20,000. Whoops. That's why it's not working. Damn it. There we go. All right, my accuracy right now is 29,592 total in my main hand.
What's up, JR? How you doing, bub?
Holy moly, this, what? Oh, that's my spear throw, okay. So that thing's off the chain right now. It's saying it's pumping 80,000. See, I need to figure out how to get these
Just hit maps
fusion.
on your Titan Summoner? Titan Summoner. That's interesting.
So how do I increase the longevity of these infusions? Let's see. Charge infusion. Lasts 5.4 seconds. There's got to be, isn't there a support gym that increases the spell duration or effectiveness or something like that of your skill?
I think so.
I thought there was. I gotta finish this dungeon up, man.
Must be leveling on this map, not dying.
Strikes twice. Come on.
I feel like this character's gonna be super deadly, dude, because I don't even have nearly as much as I invested in this guy as I did my monk. This thing's already surpassed my monk, to be honest. Minus the, you know, dying when a feather smacks you part. That kind of sucks. Even I had to actually respect out of acrobats, dude, because that wasn't even working. I was getting smacked by everything, even though it says you evade everything. The only things that you're not supposed to be able to evade is like puddles of goo on the ground, right? If you walk through it and stuff like that, or AoE explosions. But if you get swung on or hit or shot out with a projectile or anything like that, it's supposed to just be like, woo, wee, woohoo.
Yeah, I don't think that thing actually works.
Something's busted, dude. That's all I know. A couple things are busted right now. One, the mechanics of survivability. That seems a bit weak. But then again, I'm also realizing that there's still another level above where I'm at right now. I think I'm rocking some fat gear, right? I think I'm like, sweet, dude, I got some really decent gear going. But the truth of the matter is, I might have decent gear, but now I've got to go in and get jewels. I've got to get timeless jewels. I've got to learn how to map that out and figure out the sweet spots where to put those, right? Like, I have yet to get to that point in this game where I've only done it once or twice. Put you know, those specialized unique jewels in my atlas. But I don't. There's a sweet spot for it, right? There's like but I don't know where the hell it is. And I suck at following other people. I hate being a lemming. I hate following. So I go everything the hard way. I was just like, you know, I'll try here. Oh, I'll try here. I'll try here. Next thing I know, it's like 2 months later. I'll try here. Oh, over there. Sometimes I feel like I got the patience of a saint to play video games the way I play them, dude. I got to do everything the hard way, but it's so rewarding when you finally nail it. You know, you nail something that nobody else has gotten, like it's your own unique thing. It doesn't look like it should work, but it works. Like, I don't think I've heard of anybody else using all 3 types of charges, you know, frenzy, endurance, and power. and then just building your character around that as a stat stacker, dude. Because according to this and what I was reading, dude, I mean, 18 frenzy charges, dude, is the max somebody's gotten, and it looks like this like tight packed little hula hoop ring that's orbiting around them. The balls all touch, dude. They're you know how they're separated normally. It's like
Right.
a solid ring of balls. I'm all, what the hell? And then he's
That's
like, watch this.
That's what PoE is all about. Yeah.
Yeah, but what got me was the fact that he was using those orbs to somehow stack his stuff. So his build that allowed you to you didn't even have to use the other ring slot or your offhand slot. You didn't have to use any of that. It was like it was null and void at that point. He's like, yeah, anything else you put in this, with having those orbs and everything stacked the way they are, it caps you out. There's nothing you can put in there. You're capped out. He's like, there's no. It's like,
It's not lightning spear, Deadeye, but tons of other builds work. Yeah.
yeah, and he's doing Huntress Amazon was the build that I saw him working on, but the thing is like he made it sound way more. He was almost trying to explain it like he was trying to be smart with the way he was explaining it, but the end result was I had no clue what the hell he said, so I had to go back and like re-watch very specific spots on what he was doing, because what he was saying did not match up with what he was doing, you know, and he wasn't
Right.
explaining it very well or articulating. But I haven't seen anybody else have a build like that, and the way his was functioning was quite nice. But the thing is what I recognize is like he changed his entire build that he originally had that he said he really liked. He changed his entire build around his charges instead of trying to keep the build, at least the foundation of his build, like I would like to do with this one, and incorporate the charges. Like they might not be able to work at 100% the way he was going, right, with the efficiency. But if I can get it even just 75% and be on a full rotation the whole time I'm battling or even moving and just keep all the charges going, dude, that'd be perfect. Because not only that, but it also gives me that survivability factor that I'm looking for, which is my defense. And my defense comes from endurance charges. And I can only do...
Chad, I just got one tat by a random projectile.
I can only do 3 endurance charges. 4 power and 3 frenzy. You just got 1 tap.
Yep. My archer just popped.
Wondering why my damn resistances were at 72, 72, and 62. I got elemental weakness on me. That's why I like to at least have like 15% above, like, 75%. Because then when you get hit with these stupid elemental weaknesses, you'll still be capped on your resistance. Dude, so my evasion rating just sitting here at 85%, but then when I roll,
I'll not say
goes
no
up
to
to
that.
87. That's over 2,000 evasion points. It goes up just by rolling.
The hunt is on.
Damn.
Yeah, if only if the evasion stuff actually worked, though.
It does for me. Especially when I have it stacked with Wind Dancer, dude. So when Wind Dancer gets hit, like when I see the animation, right, and everything gets pushed off or blocked off, I know that's my cue to get out. You shouldn't be right in the mix of them, dude. You're not a boxer. You know what I mean? Not this character. I mean, I have a close range skill to use when they get that close, but I gotta be careful using it though. Even though I can one-shot them with it, they can one-shot me with it too. At least I'm having fun with these rituals and and deliriums this time around. I didn't like them last league.
A worthy foe.
I do still hate how these rituals, like, they love to just spawn in the most narrow areas of the map.
Oh yeah.
I found the emerald ring. No, Atreyu. The ring's not for you.
Almost 4K hours of PoE1, and only build guides I actually use is he's Arc Witch and the Start Fox, Righteous Fire, and then there's these Explosion Arrow champions somewhere in the middle. Now you got tabbed by 10 different. That's not what I saw on my screen, bro.
I'm dancing around stupid tornadoes. They seem to be my Achilles heel with this character for some reason.
I speak.
Damn tornadoes. Lightning strike twice. I'm gonna come kill you. Gonna use my weapon. Stay still. Psych. I used my thunderbolt.
Your speed is unaffected by slows.
See, I just like clearing the whole dungeon first before I even touch anything. I clear out all these NPCs and all these mobs, and then I go back and then I'll do all my rituals and you know, other stuff. Oh, that monkey's mad. Execution style. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Another thing I like, dude, is this leap. I can just leap off mountains and stuff. I don't even have to take stairs no more. I can leap across canyons too. I didn't think I could, but I can. Holy leaping lemurs. Making my way downtown, killing mobs, looking cool cause it's so fun. Do. Oh crap! My finger got caught with my finger in my ear. You can't see me. Crap.
Speak.
We could have been together, Slim.
Is of the essence.
leveling. Trying to.
was like
Stuck at
some kind of weird
88.
Street drug. You stuck at 88?
Yeah.
Come on.
All right, we're going to
Let's see
do
what we face
Agony Case, Armorer's Strong Box. It's guarded by 11 packs of monsters.
through the
Contains identified items. Contained items have an additional socket. Plus 1 chest level. And it casts Chaos Barges. Cool. Barrages, I mean.
So this guy
You don't
fucking cranked by 20 mobs.
One, two, cha cha cha. One, two, cha cha cha. This freaking thing lied to me.
A right bounty.
It does not have what it advertised in it. Okay. Ritual time. Oh, I one-shot everything. We did. Dude, I've only found one of those meetings with the king or whatever the thing's called. I've only found one of those in rituals so far, and it was like the second one I ever did in this league. Now I haven't seen not even a trace of one.
I love the RNG, man.
Was it called the greeting with the king, or meeting with the king, something like that?
Audience with the king.
Yeah. I have still had it. I have yet to have an audience with the king in this game. Not even in the first league.
Same.
You don't want to with Shady, 'cause Shady will kill you. I was just watching a video of Gen Zers
Straight through the eye.
listening to Eminem's 2000 original content, right? Like talk about guns, nuns, wives, you know what I mean? His dirty stuff, dude. They were
Yeah.
like, "Holy crap!" They were freaking out by what he was. I was like, "What?" It's like that. This stuff was like, I'm pretty sure, like #1 on the billboards. It played like on every freaking channel, you know.
Yeah, yep, sure did. Every
Oh,
radio
Slim Shady
station.
right? Oh, Slim Shady, the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just the mod titties. So whoop, the real Slim Shady, please stand up. Hi kids, do you like guns like I do?
Oh, simpler times.
Do you like violence? Oh, oh. You stick 9-inch nails through each one of your eyelids.
The hunt is on.
Sit me next to Brittany. What was that? You can sit me next to Christina and Brittany so I can listen to who to give. Yeah. That was a brutal one, dude. When they,
You know why he said that, right? It's him and
Yeah,
Christina
there's some
Alexander was beefing.
yeah, they were beefing at it. She said something in one of her songs, right? It was over something super stupid, and so I thought he actually kind of went mild on her. He's like, so I can hear him argue I can't say it all, but. They said during his rap battles back in 8 Mile and in the streets before he got his name, that he was the only white boy in that whole scene that could get away with dropping N-words in his like straight to their faces, dude, in the middle of their raps, because he's like normally we'd wipe that fool up. He's like, but the way he did it, man, it just came out so cool and just right. The way I was just like, what? These are like street rappers talking about white boy you dropping the N word and being like, you know what? He's got to pass because the way he did it was just so incredibly creative and like okie dokie.
Right. See.
And when I hear about Eminem's daughter, I still think of Haley like when she's like 8 or 9.
Right.
I didn't know she grew up. What happened? I thought she's still like 12 or something. She's married and got her own kid. You, dude, the last 15 years have seemed to just blinked right by.
Back to bed.
Like, if I was a kid still, like 12, you know how long 15 years would be to me? Be like almost twice my age, you know? But now that I'm this old dude, like 43, it's like 15 years doesn't even seem that long. I think time's broken, dude. We're living in some Mandela effect.
Essex.
Like, honestly, dude, I remember in the 90s that I could have swore that Nelson Mandela in South Africa, right? He was arrested, jailed, and imprisoned for a long time. And then I remember hearing the news of him dying in prison, in captivity, right? As a political prisoner. I heard that he had died. Like, I saw the morning in the newscast. I was like, oh, wow. Right? And the only reason I remember this is because it was around the same time we had this Desert Storm soldier come to our school and, do like a show and tell thing and blah, blah. Pretty much, early recruiting, elementary school is what it was. And I heard around the same time. That's why it stands out so much to me, because that was the first soldier I ever met. And I was like infatuated. I was like, whoa, he's in uniform and everything. And then I heard Nelson Mandela die. And then now, apparently he never died in prison. Matter of fact, they released him. And he's still alive. And I'm not the only one with this memory. Isn't that weird? Like, there's hundreds of thousands of other people with the same memory. Unless it was just a giant April Fool's joke in the world. I don't know. All right. This was a captivating conversation.
Yeah, I'm trying to redo this passive tree.
I'm gonna teleport out of here. I'm gonna go try big map now with big old squishy numbers. So I got this tree thing in my hideout, and there's this little button on the tree, and it gives me white, yellow, and red paper in it. And it's on like little subcategories. The red paper has 114 on it. The other ones are 0. What is this thing for?
No idea.
What's it keeping track of? Is there anything I can do with it? Or is it just a random button on a tree showing random numbers? Maybe they just still got things to do to it before it's fully operational. I got my very own little world tree here. Did you ever find out if you've got these shop items or cosmetic items? I don't know what you call them. Cosmetic items?
What are you talking about?
So if you push, like I said, push M, go to your microtransactions. See a little screen pop up,
Right.
and then in your tabs on the left side, click on the guild button where it says guild.
Okay.
You'll see where it says hideout. Oh, is that it? Oh, so we got utility skins. Is that it? I don't think that's it. Hideout decorations. Where'd it go? Okay. Weird. It changes stuff up on me. Oh no, that's right. Duh. You got to be in your hideout first of all. You in your hideout?
Yeah.
All right. Click on your decorations on your little edit thing. Where you can edit. So click on your little decoration chair.
Middle of something.
What was it under? I think it was hideout items. There it is. So you click on your little decoration chair on your edit thing, and then under hideout item, you see an ancestral canoe crafting bench, or you have I have a defiler map device, a verdant evertree map device. I got a whole bunch of commemorative statues and stuff.
Say
like
you
that?
go to where? Your guild?
So no, you go, so you're at your hideout, and then just right there above your experience bar, the edit thing, so you can edit your hideout. There's that little chair that says decorations. You click on that, and then under hideout items, show you a few freebie items that you have that you use. Ooh, I just found a big old throne. Ooh, I might put a throne in here. I got Val City items. I've got Amaraketh items. I've got Faradum items. Ultimatum items. Doriani items. What's Doriani? I have nothing in Doriani. Forest. Hideout. Mariketh. NPC.
I had that canoe thing that you were talking about.
Oh, do you? Sweet. What about under miscellaneous? Do you have a display case? Display case is kind of cool.
Yeah.
You can actually put things in it and display it. I've got a Harry Potter wand in mine. My very first Hogwarts magic stick. On my magic stick. Come on, girl, don't you quit.
Keep going, don't let it slip. Oh, I'm right next to a citadel.
Oh man, that's a fat stack of evasion on that ring. We'll keep that ring, put it under moderate rings, add it to this emerald stack. I've got a whole line of sapphire normal rings already, and where's my belts?
Lightning
I've got
strikes
2
twice.
fat rows of heavy belt normals already too. I don't know what they're selling for though. What are they selling for?
The thrill of the hunt.
Go to the website real quick. Oh, excuse me. Really?
Oh my gosh,
They're
I
only going-
couldn't swing my freaking arm.
They're only going for 1 exalt apiece. That sucks. So I guess the heavy belts aren't the meta anymore, the in-game meta. Remember, everybody's going for like stellars and
Yeah.
heavy belts and sapphires. Doesn't seem anybody's buying those now. They must have nerfed the crap out of it.
A sight for sore eyes.
The Astramentis was one of them. And then the heavy belt. What did the heavy belt turn into?
I have no idea.
Yeah, me neither. Hell, I don't even know what the sapphire ring turned into. But the only thing I know is the amulet, the stellar amulet turns into Astramentis, right? Yeah.
Right.
And then you have sapphire rings. I don't know what those turn into, but heavy
This turned into like 2 different rings. One of them gives you
Straight through the eye.
the ability to not be frozen.
oh, it gives you freeze immunity.
Yep.
How much should I sell this glyph for? Such a unique high-end ring that nobody's got one like this. Nope.
Right, so we're gonna go down here, grab this rare.
Holy crap, they're saying this is a 19 div ring. And this ring only has 3 of my stats. What? I'm rich.
Nothing's like getting shot by 3 freaking porcupines and you're instantly freaking dead. Whoa, 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 whoa. Or like that. Like they constantly hit you.
How are people getting these yellow stats? Modified stats. Yellow.
I think that's the Valve fractured orb. Or the fractured
I think that
essence.
is too, because it shows up yellow. I didn't know it stayed yellow. I thought it was only yellow during the crafting portion, but apparently it stays permanently yellow.
Right, that means it cannot be overwritten.
Or removed, yeah.
Chat, we're never going to level up with this build. Never.
What's your resistance stuff at? Are you maxed?
Yes, I'm maxed.
Okay, what are you using for your defense? Are you evasion, or are you going shield or armor? Do I dare say? Which one are you going? Are you doing hybrid?
Chat, is there a stun?
For who? The mobs or you?
A automatic to where you can't get stunned at all.
Are you running your stone charm?
Yeah.
That should be it. I wonder if you can run 3 of the same charms. I want to try that real quick. See if I can put multiple charms on. So we're gonna do 3 stones. Let's see what happens. I'll take these ones out. Oops. No way, dude. So if you got all your charm slots open, you can actually put 3 stone charms in it. Refill this, see what happens. No way, dude. So now I have 6 charges of anti-stun. No way. Does it work like that though, or are they all gonna proc as soon as I get stunned once? You know what I mean?
Right.
I think I have to go figure this out.
How can I help?
Alright, we'll keep these in my inventory for now. Goodbye. My little boat ferry guy talks to me all the time now. I'm gonna do this hideout one with a gray map. Just the test. Testicle testes. Testy. 1, 2. Come here, globby, glooby. Portal. Okay. Well, now that I want them to hit me, they're not even touching me, dude. Oh. Well, I can't get stunned because these jerks are just whiffing on every swing. Oh, oh. Whiff. Interesting. On me. Oh, I hate the resurrecting monsters. So it does only use one charge at a time, dude. This is kind of a nice one here. This one recovers 335 health every time it gets used. That's nice. Do you want that one? I'll give you that one. The next one is recover 3 mana when used. 23% increased charges. Oh, this one's not even leveled up. We'll do that real quick.
There is a gold amulet that you can get that cannot be light stunned.
I know there's something. There's got to be something out there that could make you anti-stunnable, you know? I don't have much of a problem, though, with being stunned too often. But this is also the first time I've ran without my stone guards up, too, so we're about to find out. So you want this one evergreen stone I got that recovers 335 health when you use it? That's a big chunk of health, dude. Especially when you only have 1,500.
That's right.
Screw you guys, I'm going home. Where'd I go? this ring I have, dude. It says it's comparable to these 15 divine rings I'm looking at. Got almost identical stats. One's been up for 1 day, the other one's only been up for 4 hours. Just because they say that's what they're charging doesn't mean that's what they're being bought at.
Right.
Put a $1 million price tag on it doesn't mean it's worth $1 million. Man, I can't wait to go fishing again. Oh, I didn't even tell you about this last fishing trip we did Saturday, did I? It was a pretty good one. I already completed the map. Huh? So we went up to this place called Lake of the Woods, right? It's pretty high up there. It's probably about 4,000 foot elevation, maybe 5. And it was only calling to be like kind of overcast and maybe some showers, at least down in the valley. Got up there, dude, and it was just a slushy monsoon. It was like 1 second, it was pouring, and next second it was like big old fat slushy flakes coming down, like snowflakes. We're like, what the hell? But we got a canopy, so we're like, yeah, just put on a little buddy heater and we'll keep going. So we're like an hour and a half in, and we're the only ones out on the lake, of course, because of the weather. And we haven't caught anything yet, man. And an hour and a half in, and they just stocked this lake this week with 1,000 trophies and like 2,000 keepers. So this lake should be teeming. So we're like putt as we're trolling. Finally, man, I'm just like, you know what? If we don't catch anything in the next 5 to 10 minutes, let's just head towards the dock, pay the parking fee, and then just get out of here. So I wasn't feeling it, right? He's like, yeah, I'm not feeling it either. So we're like, literally, just as we both stand up to grab our poles, both poles just dump. They go down. They're bending, and we look at each other like, dude, did we just hit bottom? Because both of them went down at the same time. Like we were trolling, it got snagged on the bottom. We're like, crap. We grab our, we kill the motor, grab our reels, start reeling in, dude. And we both got fish. It wasn't the bottom, dude. We both caught a fish at the exact same time, the exact same spot, dude. We were tripping on that. We're like, what the heck? And it turned out they're big old, like 19, 20-inch trout. They're big old trout.
Nice.
But we figured, that's still a sign. That was our I don't know, our, what do you call it when you show up on a game show and you leave in second place still or something? You get like a little prize. I don't know. Anyway, that's how we felt. Lake was giving us a little parting gift, but it was cool. I just think it's cool to be on this little boat that's like, it's probably 20 feet long and by about 5 feet wide, and it's 1972 is the year of this boat. So, and we rebuilt the whole thing, the whole thing. Tore it completely down to the transom, down to the ribbing of the boat, the whole thing, right? Tore it down and then rebuilt it ourselves and kept the whole outside still patinaed and still original, right? We just like gel coated over it. Kind of like what they do with those old cars they restore and they just keep the rust, the original patina on the outside. So we did that. I mean, hell, it's got an 8.5 horsepower motor, Honda motor on it. It barely does 7 miles an hour, but it's perfect, right? 'Cause you only need troll at like 2.5 miles an hour. The motor is $2,500 motor. It's more expensive than the boat, dude. We only spent $1,000 on the boat.
Nice.
Cool though. I wish you lived closer, dude. I'd love to take you out on the lake, dude. Got radio. We even built in a little barbecue thing. Built-in barbecue on the boat. Little attachments. Put the barbecue in, and it folds over the edge of it. Right, it opens up and like almost like a tackle box. It opens up over the edge so we can sit there. And I spent $180 on these things called captain's chairs for this boat.
Huh.
It's funny, but they're so comfortable. That's cool, dude. Just be out in the middle of the lake. You got the canopy up. You're barbecuing. You know, you got a line in. Listening to music. Having a beer. If you were to ask me, I think that's like the closest to heaven you can get right there without actually getting to heaven. We were talking about trying to take this little boat out on out in the eddies, right, of the coast here on the west coast. We got Brookings or Gold Beach, right, and it's got a river that comes out, and it's pretty wide open, and it goes out into the breakers and everything. But it seems like it's really smooth until you get past the breakers, and then once you get past the breakers, you just got normal, you know, ocean chop and stuff. But we're like, dude, we can go fish the mouth of the you know, of the coast of the river. We can fish that area. We can take our little boat in there. We just can't go past those breakers. Boy, was that a mistake. Should not have done that, dude. We almost went down like Gilligan, dude. It was crazy. We had swells coming up over the boat. This boat's not made for the ocean. Shouldn't have done it.
Right.
It was like the mini Titanic. It was a disaster, dude. Luckily, when we rebuilt the boat, though, when we had the whole guts tore apart, we foamed the whole insides of it, like completely foamed it. So if it ever did capsize or go upside down or anything like that, it would still stay buoyant. Yeah, we could still climb on it, do whatever. So we were thinking ahead. But what we didn't think ahead of, or what we forgot, neglected, is in the back, there's this little cubby that goes down where the plug goes, right? And all the water goes down in this little cubby that it's supposed to run into. Well, there's supposed to be a bilge pump down there, too. Somebody forgot to put it in when we refiberglassed the whole hole. So now we just use one of those river soaker thing, you know, those river squirt guns. You just, you know which ones I'm talking about, like those big old giant super soaker looking things. Anyway,
yeah,
that's our new bilge pump. Talking about hiking this mountain called Mount McLaughlin, dude. So we start at 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning, get at the base and start hiking it. We should get to the summit by about 12:30, 1 o'clock. It's a freaking volcano. Who hikes volcanoes for fun? I don't get that. But my buddy wants to do it. So come on, dude, we gotta do it before we get too old and can't do it. I think he might be hitting his midlife crisis or something, because he's trying to get me to do some weird stuff. I don't want to do that. What do you like doing, dude?
I like going fishing mainly, or obviously just gaming it up, trying to do some content.
Gaming's a given. Is there anything that you don't do but you used to do that you like riding bikes or dirt bikes or quads or mudding or?
No, not really.
Did you do anything like that you like? Did you like creep around the neighborhood and look through like the neighbors' windows or anything? Like, did you enjoy that? Hold on. Never mind. That must be one of my stories.
Yeah, it sounds like one of your stories.
Hey, I used to live in Ohio too. I know how weird we come out. It's Ohio. You ever been to Serpent Mound down there, down south? You know what I'm talking about, right? Serpent Mound.
No.
No?
No, I have no idea.
Serpent Mound is that huge, ancient, freaking megalithic site of a mound of a snake that's swallowing an egg that's been here before even the Indians. Even the Indians are like, yeah, those were created before, you know, before our time. You don't know what Serpent Mound is? Wow.
No.
Dude, I'd highly recommend you go and check it out. It's dated to being like 15,000 years old. And the Indians said it was there before they got there. It's always been there, they said. They say that the ant people created it.
Talk about mound builders.
Yeah, Serpent Mound.
Like in
It was
Newark?
created by this so-called mound builders, yes. No, it's right there in Ohio, dude.
Right, Newark.
In Newark?
Yeah, they have a call them mound builders.
I don't know. It was pretty close where I used to live. That's all I know. It was like an hour drive away. And there's this huge tower that you climb up in. You can get up in it and look down on it. And dude, I was only 7 years old, but I still remember that like it was yesterday. I was so enthralled on like what I was seeing and like the vibes I was getting from that place, and just hearing the story of the tour guide telling us like how the Indians would tell the first settlers and stuff, like they had no clue where it came from, but there's many of them around and they don't disturb them out of respect for those who came before them. And they say those who came before them were like the ant people, or the mound builders, those who lived in mountains that did it, And apparently they got another story of the ant people down in Arizona, that the Indians tell of a story how the ant people came out and took them in to the mountains because there was some huge natural disaster that was happening or going to happen, and so they protected them and they took them in for 4 or 5 generations of their people, and then finally they said it was safe to come out. And yeah, pretty crazy story. Ever heard of Lovelock Cave?
Yeah.
That one's pretty cool. How the Indians fought with the red-headed giants that would come and raid their villages and eat their people. They were giant 6-finger, 6-toe redheads. Hunt their tribes. That's crazy. Wouldn't that be crazy? We gotta go hunting, but we're also on the menu, so watch your back. 12-foot giant with 2 rows of teeth trying to eat me. Well, we know where they sleep. How about we just burn them down?
Hello.
All right, back to the grind. So that's interesting. I wonder what other kind of like little combos or little things that we can start doing with these charm slots, because I didn't know that you could put 3 of the same charm slots in there. Honestly, I would have thunk that if you got stunned, all 3 of them would have just procced, but it doesn't work that way. So you're getting married, huh?
Yeah.
What's the plan? Like, where is it gonna be? Where you gonna go for your honeymoon? Do you even plan on a honeymoon? Like, how do you envision this happening? Are you doing it? Are you excited about it, or are you just doing it because you know it excites her?
We're going. Or they don't have a honeymoon yet. Money's too tight for that. No, but we're going to we're getting married at a castle. A castle.
A castle, huh?
Yeah, out here in
Like-
Ohio.
Hello.
I swear to God, dude, if I see pictures of it, it's just like a White Castle. Woo! That would be a total Ohio thing to do, though. Yeah, we're getting married in a castle.
Hello there.
A White Castle. Oh man, I miss White Castle.
Well, it's a legit castle. Well, it was actually made by somebody.
Yeah,
Like,
everything around us is made by someone.
yeah, well, more or less, like current times, not back in the day.
Right.
Yep, that's what we're doing.
You know, for like maybe 140, 100. Well, actually, you're further north. So about like $200 in gas money, dude, and like another $100 for a hotel, maybe $50 for a nice dinner. What'd that be? That'd be like $350, dude. You could go down to Florida and go check out that real castle, that castle that did. Oh man, I forgot the name of it now. He built it all by himself, and then he even moved it by himself. He said he learned the secrets of the Egyptians on how they built the pyramids, supposedly. And that's how he built this place. It's something.
Yeah, I know what you're
What the hell's that
talking
name?
about.
I just had the name too. I've always wanted to go see that place. I thought that place would be awesome. And then when you're done there, then you go down to the coast, go walk the beach, check out the brown Atlantic Ocean. Always thought that was weird, dude. How brown the Atlantic Ocean is compared to the West Coast. The West Coast is like, it's like what you see on the movies, dude. It's like crystal clear blue, like waters from Australia. You know, you go to the coast on Atlantic.
Also,
I mean,
West Coast, man, it's cold as hell, bro.
no way,
water-
dude. I
the
mean,
water.
up here, where I'm at, yeah, it's cold up here, but not down in the California beaches, man. They got, well, it's covered in
Twice.
fecal matter now, but it used to be nice.
That's why I always go East Coast. Waters are warm,
Yeah, but I
and the
hate
beaches
fact
are
that
clean.
Yeah, but am I wrong? I could have swear, dude, every time I've gone to the East Coast and waded around in the Atlantic, dude, it always seemed brown to me.
Well,
Like dark and murky waters, dude. From Florida all the way up to Georgia, especially in Georgia.
Clean kill.
I mean, I guess possibly. It's been a while since I've been there.
I know if you go to the south tip of Florida and you get down there into almost the tropics, or pretty much the tropics, the waters get really crystal clear and blue. I guess that is kind of Hurricane Alley too, that area through Florida and Georgia and
Yeah.
Virginia.
More or less, it's Florida, Louisiana, mainly. Gulf of Mexico is pretty.
The water's just probably just really turbulent. That's why it's always like that. I just never really
Right.
thought of it.
I always go to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
I got a Myrtle Beach here too. I know, and Myrtle Beach is everywhere. And Winchester Bays. Winchester Bays everywhere. Maybe that's a West Coast thing because the Winchester Mansion, you know.
Straight through the art. I'll take that. Proof of my prowess.
Like when I get my businesses up and running and getting them going and running smooth, while I'm making some good money off of them, I plan on buying a house or a condo right off of Myrtle Beach.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Should
Right.
find an Airbnb over there for your honeymoon.
Well, we got other things we're gonna be focusing on after the wedding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Paying off debts, getting these businesses rolling, and yeah. Then we'll think about a honeymoon afterwards or whatever, or we might do one. But we've been talking about doing like a cruise. So
Oh yeah. Cruises are nice.
since we
Only
haven't
been on
been on
two.
one, we never been on one, so I think that's what we're gonna end up doing. Just go on a
I've always
cruise.
I've wanted to do the Alaskan cruise, and then I've also wanted to do the Bahama cruise. But the problem with doing the Bahama cruise, I've got to fly all the way from here, or drive all the way over there.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't really feel like doing that. Especially when I got areas over here I have yet to explore, you know?
Right.
I even thought about going to Hawaii, but that ideal died. I don't think I really ever want to go to Hawaii.
Almost a challenge.
Not after what I've seen.
With the volcano erupting and stuff.
Well, no, it's just lately the locals have given it a really bad reputation for tourism and tourists to come over, because tourism is getting so hectic over there. I guess tourism's starting to flood into the locals areas, and the locals like little spots that they hang out, and the locals are starting to find them, right? And I guess apparently, I don't know, it just doesn't sound like a place I'd want to really go visit. Like I can't even walk the beach without being harassed because I came across, you know, a little cubby hole that the locals like to hang out at. Now I'm getting chased out of there.
Under the storm.
Oh. So that's what I've heard lately, that the locals don't appreciate the tourists anymore because I don't know, I guess they're being tourists and encroaching on their
Yes.
personal space. I don't freaking know. That, and I don't feel like spending $15 on a gallon of milk, or, you know, $1,000 a night weekend on a bungalow of sticks. Or the expensive flight of like $1,200 round trip just from the West Coast to there. I'd rather take that same amount of money and spend $600 on a 6-day, 7-night cruise to Alaska with an excursion trip. You know what I mean? Where I can go fishing up in some Alaskan,
Yes.
you know, waters, do some like halibut or salmon. Or some rockfish, do some bottom fishing. I've never done any bottom fishing for charter. I did go shark fishing in the Atlantic Ocean when I was over there on a charter trip. I didn't like that, dude, because I'm already like freaked out by water to begin with. Like I get super anxious and like, I don't know, skittish even when I'm on a lake, right?
Yeah.
Now you put me in the ocean on a boat that's only twice the size of one I'm currently, have, that freaked me out, dude. Like you could feel you could feel the fish hitting the bottom of the boat out there, dude. They were so big. It's like, what the heck? They've got things that can swallow me whole. Doesn't even have to chew me, dude. I mean, think about it.
Yeah. But the likelihood of that happening is very slim.
But the likelihood of it happening is still probable. It still exists.
Yeah, that's with everything.
There is a statistic.
It's probable that you're going to crash when you are in an airplane. It's the same thing.
I get it. But you know what? I'd rather crash and burn than be digested. I joined the Navy, dude.
I think everybody I think everybody will prefer that.
Dude, I witnessed a sea monster when I was 17 years old. I was out on this damn cutter that was like 250, 280 foot cutter, right? And it was out of Astoria, Oregon when I was doing my Sea Cadet program. It was a 6-week basic training thing for the Navy, right? Pre-Navy, blah, blah, blah. I went out on this boat, this ship, I mean, and I was training to be a firefighter. So I wanted to do some firefighting on, I thought that would be kind of ironic. Surrounded by water, burning to death. Anyway, I had a fear of water. That's why I joined this whole Navy crap, dude, because I drowned as a kid. So I'm like, I'm going to conquer my fear, get over this. I can't live like this. So I go out there, dude, and little did I know that I had an equilibrium problem. My eardrum was all messed up because I popped it. I blew out my eardrum when I was a kid playing Superman, right? I got shot in the head with kryptonite, which was a Q-tip, and I might have blew out my own eardrum. Anyway, long story, I was on the damn ship, and I couldn't get my sea leg. I was motion sick, dude. I was just like, just chumming the waters every day, dude. I lost like 30 pounds that first week. Dehydrated, even the doctor's like, no, you're not the worst case scenario we've seen, blah, blah, blah. It turned out I was getting vertigo. I had no equilibrium because my eardrum never healed right when I was a kid, right? So I'm chumming waters. Like every freaking 10 minutes over the side. One day I'm chumming, dude, and I look down and I see something kind of looks like it's slithering, like back and forth. And I'm thinking, mate, what is that? What is that? And I'm thinking, it must be a cargo net or a fish net that got stuck in the bow or in the stern that's hung up, and it's swaying back and forth like a piece of fabric, that you see waving back and forth as you in the current. That's kind of what it looked like. But the thing was the length of this 280-foot ship, right? So when I was getting my bearings together, my thoughts kind of, gathered. I'm like, what? That's a big old net. That must be a huge cannery ship or something that was lost, which still they sink when they just, how did it get hung up on us when we're in like over 3,000 foot of water? And so this thing's, it's just looks like it's swaying back and forth in the current, right? And I can't see the top of it because it's way up on the bow. I can't see the rear of it because it's way past the stern. Next thing I know, this thing, it literally is slithering, it's swimming like it's in the current, and dude, it literally peels off and swims away from the ship, dude. It goes, it wasn't even attached to it, was just swimming next to the ship, whatever this thing was. Dude, that was the last time I ever wanted to be out there in the ocean, the open ocean, yeah. Nope, I'm good. Been around the block, dude. I've seen some things, Man, I'm like Theo. Except I got grape drink. He only got purple drink. He was that poor. I mean, I was pretty poor, but he didn't even get the grape in his drink. He just got purple drink. Food coloring and water. Feel like you don't appreciate my stories. I need a better audience. ever tell you about this time I was out in the woods camping with a bunch of buddies of mine, and in the middle of the night, I thought I saw a UFO up in the sky while I was peeing, and it freaked me out. It's like 3 in the morning. Ever tell you about that story? How I almost got abducted?
Well, seems like you have everything down underneath the sun of Havasu, right?
Huh? What'd you say? I didn't hear you. You said something about writing something down that happens to me?
Wow.
It's a true story, though. I almost got abducted. It was a cool, crisp night, like really cold. It was pushing probably about 33, 34 degrees Fahrenheit. It was the second week of April. All us guys would leave our girls at home, and we get together and do this thing up at a lake called Howard Prairie that we like to call Madman, right? No women allowed. It was only the guys. For us to get together, we'd bring our big old trucks, our 4x4s. We all had our own version of a Toyota, right? We all ran Yodas. It was just a thing. And they wheeled good. You still with me?
Yeah.
So, we go up there. We get together. We meet up at the trailhead, which is actually the main road, but it's, you know, it's got probably 2 or 3 feet of snow still on it. It hasn't quite melted, but it's melted enough to go and have some fun and hang out with the boys. So we head out. I got my truck, and of course, I've got to be, you know, the one that stands out. So I've got this 1986 Toyota 4x4, sky blue with a show bar in the back, convertible. Problem is, it's permanently convertible because I got no top for it. It's just the way I got it, right? But my quad looked great on that show bar in the back, right? And I strap it down, and especially during a nice summer day. Anyway, so I'm up there, and I'd wheel in this thing all the time. No top on it, right? Just bundle up. So we're mobbing, having fun. We get stuck. I get stuck. Everybody else gets stuck coming back trying to get me. So there's like 5, 6 trucks stuck, right? We finally do figure it out, and we get to camp. And nighttime comes, chainsaw gets put away, fires are roaring, beers are flowing, drinks are going, food's having. And then I hear, psst, hey, guys. We all look over, and there's Mike, right? And he's with his buddy George. And it's never good when those two get together by themselves. This is always ends in some crazy catastrophe. So we look over, and there they are, beer in hand. And in the other hand, what do they have? They got a big bag of cyclotropics, man. Good old freshy, you know, toadstools in hand. And, well, there's no rules while we're out there, so everybody takes a handful and does their thing. Dude, we're all rolling until like 2 or 3 in the morning. We're all still going, and finally everybody starts falling out, and I fall out too. I get my tent. I wake up like an hour later, and nature call, right? I get out, and and as I'm sitting there enjoying myself, and you know, I look up in the sky, and it's clear, like you know, those super clear, cool, cold nights, right? Winter, almost kind of like winter nights where the sky is just super clear. There's not a flaw in the sky. You can see every twinkling of every star, right? So I'm up there. I'm just, oh wow, bright stars. And the crazy part is the stars were super bright, even though it was a full moon, right? There's a full moon over the lake to my right, and it's kind of tucked behind the trees, but it's bright outside. And I look up, and I swear, in the middle of a bunch of these stars, I see one star kind of move, right? It moves left, and it stops. I'm all, I must be seeing stuff. As I keep walking, I'm just still staring, and all of a sudden it moves back to the right, and it kind of dips and ducks behind another star, kind of like, now I feel like it's hiding from me, right? doesn't know I see it. Like, and I'm still peeing. I'm like, oh, that's tripping me out. Is that a satellite or what is that? And next thing I know, I swear that this star that I was staring at just kind of like, it looked like it was walking away from me as it was fading away. It was like trying to walk in a straight, and then it just kind of petered out, faded out. And I got in my head that that was a damn alien. It knew I was looking at it. It tried hiding from me, and now it's got to get me to make sure I don't say nothing, right? I'm pretty sure it was those toadstools, you know, coming up with some of these thoughts. But so anyway, I get done. I'm like, I'm out of here. I pack up and I tell my best friend Joe, I'm going home. That's all I say. He's like, what? And I'm already driving away in my truck. Well, I didn't know this area up here. This was my first time going. This is my first year being invited to Madman. So I get up there, and the way out's easy, but then you come to a T in a row. There's a left, and then there's a right. And on both sides of this road I'm driving down to, this T in the road, is this marshland that is kind of flooded from this mountain snow. So as far as I can see on my left or right, it just looks like glassed lake water as far as I could see. I'm all, what the hell? Where did this come from? I don't remember this. I don't remember any of it, actually. And so I get to the road to make a left or a right. I chose right. Take a right. So I'm thinking, man, again, I'm out here. I start freaking out. I'm look up again. And I realize I'm in this convertible. There's no top. And then I'm like, I'm perfect bait for these aliens to come and get me. Because again, even on this road I'm on, there's a lake to my left and to my right, as far as I could see, of a flooded marshland that's only probably like 6 inches or 7 inches deep across the whole thing, right? But it's a weird mirage, and then the moon's right above me. It's a full moon, dude. So I'm seeing the moon, and I start tripping so hard, dude. I stopped in the middle of the road. I freaked out. I got out and turned everything off and jumped underneath my truck and hid behind one of my tires, dude. I hid there for like a good 35 minutes, right? And there's no traffic because we're out in the middle of nowhere, and I'm freaking out, dude. I'm scared. And then I realized that I don't have a working gas gauge, and I was heading the wrong way. I was heading out towards a place called Klamath Falls, which was like, yep, that would have been like Deliverance out there. You don't want to head that way. Bad things happen to people. People don't come back from Klamath Falls, right? Let alone, the aliens ain't nothing to worry about compared to people in Klamath Falls. They'll steal your cigarette butts, dude. Like they're that bad. They're crazy. So I finally realized I'm heading the wrong way. I know I'm almost out of gas because, you know, I used a stick with a little rope on it to dip down in my tank. That's what, yeah. It was a close call. I had like quarter of a tank, and I was about, I don't know, a third of a tank from town. So it was an interesting ride on the way back. I was still freaking out about the aliens, but I made it home, dude. Made it home. The camp freaked out because they thought nobody knew what happened to me at the camp except for Joey. And Joey didn't really know what happened to me. He thought I was just drunk and going wheeling. But that day, I almost got abducted by aliens. It just felt like an audio book for some reason.
Yeah.
You ever have anything crazy like that happen to you?
Not really.
Crazy stories?
Alright, chat, we're logging off of here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that bell icon. I gotta get up here in a couple